a lot of this tonight will just be us taking questions from you, the public, and then we will hear from the board, and we'll go from there. So we'll start with the younger children and move up. Deanne, do you just want to give a brief overview of your plan that we released today? Deanne, you're muted.
Yep.
I'm
assuming you all have a copy of the plan, so I won't read it for word. I really just want to highlight a couple of things and then really field those questions. Number one, our number one priority was to secure the perimeter of the facility so that we are allowing no visitors, which does mean no parents in the building. And so we are working through that to make sure that, especially for pre-K, that we have a plan, at least for the first 2 weeks of those children entering. Bus routes are no longer going to be bus stops. Bus routes are going to now be bus stops so that we can conduct the temperature and health checks at those stops. The start time to each day will be different and staggered. So when you arrive to drop off your child, you will be doing a staggered start. So last names A through L will drop from 8 to 8:10, and then last names M through Z will drop from 8:10 to 8:20. So then everyone will go directly to the classroom. In my head, different grade levels will go through different doors. So pre-K students will go through the first outside door, and then students in grades K through 2 will come through the front door, and then students in grades 3 through 5 will go to the recess door, where there'll be somebody at each of those doors to let them in. They go directly to class, and they stay in those cohorts. When they're dismissed, there will be different locations out on the field for you to pick up your child, which you will get. And then we're just asking that you socially distance and wear the appropriate PPE when picking up. Because we've never done this before, one of the things we thought might be helpful for the students as well as ourselves is to really do a staggered first week start, so that not all 210 kids were in the building at one time. So the first week, as you see in the handout, September 8th, we'll have only grades 1, 3, and 5 in the building. And then September 9th, pre-K and K for that half a day. September 10th, grades 2 and 4 will attend in person. And then Friday, everyone will attend. It gives us an opportunity to see how the traffic flow is for the temperature and health check screenings, how kids are coming in the building, if there are any changes we need to make. As I said, we've not done it before. We don't really know what it looks like. So we're hoping that will give us a really good sense of drop-offs and any issues that we run into. Classroom structures, kids will stay in their cohorts. Special teachers will come to them in their classroom. And they will continue to get PE, music, art, and library. And then I've also identified outdoor spaces for each classroom so that if they choose to go outside and do some instructing, they will have the ability to do some outdoor instruction and then return to the classroom. All meals will also be served in the classroom, and they will be pre-packed so that there's no touching by the students or anybody else. That's for our in-person model. If you are a remote student, as listed, so students in grades pre-K, K, and grade 1 will have a contract so that we can come up with a plan to have your packets available for you. You can do a pickup and then also drop off so we can assess the work and then give you a brand new packet. So we'll be reaching out to those who have chosen the remote option and set that up. And grades 2 through 5 will have a virtual time slot with a teacher daily, addressing all the core grade level content areas. Right now, as it stands, we're going to do an 8 to 10 slot for remote students in grades 2 and 3, and then 8 to 10 for students in grades 4 and 5. And there will be office hours and additional time in the afternoon as we get going. Because again, as we need to see it and feel it, we'll be adding some afternoon slots. I think, did I mention the Wednesday, Bill?
I'm not sure. I've been a little busy admitting people in and out of the meeting, and I've heard it quite a bit, so I wasn't paying attention as much.
I felt like I said 3 things. I think I might have left the Wednesday out. So one of the other big points of the plan is for you to understand that Wednesdays all year long will be a half a day for all students.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Principal Lacoste.